Hey guys, it's Nick and Wesley from the Racing Rejects, and in this video we just want to recap some of the things we've done over the past few months and kind of give you a look into the future of what we got planned. So before cruising the coast, you probably saw a couple videos we did about my 67 Dodge, and I planned on getting that thing ready for cruising the coast and hopefully sell it down there. Well, I got the transmission put back together, and after I got it going, I realized that the rear end had some issues, namely the spider gears would stick and it would just be like a spool, and then they would come undone, and it was just, not a good situation. So we decided to drive the 60 down there. That's my 1960 F100, and we went down Friday.
Yeah.
And after that, there was a hurricane or tropical storm moving in, and we went back down that Saturday. We planned on getting a video done about cruising the coast, and nobody was down there Saturday, so that kind of fell through.
After cruising the coast, we came back here, knocked around a little bit, and then I bought wheels and tires for the Cougar, which we'll put a picture of that in. But we had some fun with that. We had to roll the fenders a little bit and roll the inner fenders in and everything, but we got them to fit. And so now I'm rolling around on 255 17 or 255 50 R17s or something, whatever the backs are, but they're much bigger than they used to be, and bold ones are pretty slick, so that's good.
And those are what, Krager?
Yeah, Krager soft 8s.
Yeah.
So that's what the rim is. They're 17-inch Krager soft 8s.
Had a few people asking about the setup on it because they saw it in some of our videos.
Yeah.
After that, we did a few things. Went to a couple shows here and there. The biggest of which was probably PDI Reunion, which, if you haven't heard of that, PDI is Phillips Drive-In in Laurel, and it's a kind of a little small place. It's been there since like the 50s, and it's right by the Hellfighters motorcycle shop, and it's a really cool show. And PDI also probably has the best hamburger in South Mississippi
and everything else.
And they shut down about 2 or 3 blocks there and have a big car show, and it's a really fun time. After that, I started getting the 67 going, and I put 390 gears, a posi, and you probably saw that in one of our older videos. And I also did traction bars, and if you want to see that, we have a how-to video on how I built my traction bars.
After that, did a little stuff, and then you went to Florida. And
yeah, I took my F100, drove it down to Florida, and actually sold it to a guy in Pensacola down there. So sold it, and about a week later, I planned on saving my money, but then I found a really good deal on a Viper motor from an 05 SRT10 truck, and it had a 48RE automatic and a Paxton Novi 2000 supercharger, and I planned on putting that in my 71 Demon, and I'm kind of second guessing it right now. I don't know if I want to put all that weight in the front of that car right now, but still working on that.
Yeah. By the way, the Paxton supercharger will be going tomorrow.
Hopefully tomorrow. It's supposed to be today. Got a guy driving from Colorado that wants to trade his Viper T56 and aluminum flywheel and good clutch for my Paxton supercharger kit. So I told the guy, hey, if you want to drive all the way from Colorado, I'm fine with that, because I want a T56 anyway. I've been looking for one. So
yeah.
But after I bought that, not a lot happened. You went back to school, and I've just been working. And,
I went and studied for finals, so we were quiet for a little while,
and after that we loaded up and went to Indianapolis for PRI.
Yeah, cut to some PRI footage. PRI was awesome. If you don't know what PRI is, It's the Performance Racing Industry Show. So it's like a trade show. They do trade shows of all types, but it's basically, it's like SEMA, but for more performance-oriented stuff. And it's in Indianapolis, so we drove all the way from, well, they drove all the way from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, all the way to Indianapolis, and picked me up in Starkville. That was a good time. It was real fun. My dad went, and we, hung out and did father-son things, and looked at a bunch of fast cars, and so that was pretty cool. And then we got back. I was off of school at that point, so we got back, and the Cougar, with the big tires, the Cougar was just too sluggish. The gear ratio was horrendous. It would do, at 2,000 RPM in overdrive, it would do like 90 or something. It was
3-to-1 gears.
Yeah, so we took the 3-to-1 gears out, and I put 380-to-1 gears, which brought the ratios back down with the big tires and everything about where I want it. It's about, at 70 miles an hour, it's about 2,100 RPM now, so it's still not screaming, but it's quicker. And while it was down for the gears, went ahead and built it's almost a Monte Carlo style bar, but it's goes across to the shock towers and back and everything. It's all built in one piece. So
triangulates the whole front end of the car together.
Yeah, we found out that the Cougar, the shock towers had came in like 1 1/8 or something. It was sagging a pretty good bit, so we straightened that out, and that helped it drive wise a lot.
After we got that done, it was still, you were on Christmas break, and we tried to get some videos done, but everybody in my house was sick, so we didn't get a lot of videoing done, but we did do one thing, which was our first shot at doing a kind of a short film,
cinematic style
type video, and that was taking it to the streets. And if you haven't seen that, you can go check it out on our channel. I think it turned out pretty cool.
Yeah,
we can definitely do better.
Yeah, for our first one, not knowing what we were doing whatsoever.
Yeah, and we shot it all in one day. And
yeah, that was another thing. We shot entirety from like every single shot was shot in one day. So.
Yeah, we came up with the idea the night before and just shot it all in one day.
Just in it.
Yep.
So that was pretty cool. And we're gonna be doing more of those sprinkled through the gear. We're gonna see if we can do a couple this year because we had fun. Those are the most fun shooting because there's no talking. There's no worried about getting lighting or anything. It's just put a camera on a chase car and go. So
we kind of get to pretend like we're in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And direct cars and stuff and see like, okay, we want this car to go here and all this stuff, and it's a lot of fun to do. So I hope people watching it enjoys it as much as we did, and making it.
Yeah.
So after that,
since that video, since we made that and everything, I've moved to Corinth, Mississippi. I'm working for Caterpillar in a reman facility, and we build engines. That's all we do. We build engines from 9 liters up to about 120 something liters, and we build parts of engines that go up to 400 liters. So that's a pretty cool gig. And Leighton, who has shown up very rarely in our videos, he was in the first gear video we did on the
how
Cougar.
to rebuild a 8-inch.
How to rebuild an 8 or 9 inch. He built a Camaro that's got a cammed LS in it with, that's pretty much it. It's a cammed LS Camaro.
Yeah, it's a
with no
99
seats or
Z28 T-top.
It has, it's a street car, but it's almost race car. So anyways, we did the first pass on it the other day. That was pretty cool. Since then, we've been playing with HP tuners. We're going to tune the LS and try to tune the suspension up some. We played with the suspension some today, just bracing. bracing lower control arms and mounts and everything. And
Yeah, we had a lot more planned, but
it
turned into sort of a fiasco. And Leighton had to get back because he has to go to work in the morning. So he's, as we speak, he's driving back to Starkville, which is like 3 hours away.
Yeah.
So
hopefully he's not broke down.
probably.
But probably. But yeah, so that car, we'll probably be putting some more footage of it. It's pretty cool. It's, you know, got a massive cam and headers, and it's bare bones. No back seat, no carpet, no headliner.
It's kind of a rat rod.
No dash. Yeah, it's like a modern rat rod. So yeah, that car we'll show some more of. Me and Layton, since we're both in North Mississippi, we'll be going to tracks all around North Mississippi and racing up there.
Memphis, hopefully. It's hard to get videos because Wesley's 6 hours away, and then Layton is, 3 hours away from here. So we're kind of spread out with 3 hour gaps in between. So it's hard to get videos. So we try to make days like today count, but it's hard to get that.
Yeah,
shoot a lot of videos in one day. So
it's kind of rough on us because I come home once every 2 or 3 months, and instead of coming home and taking a break, we come home and we wake up early and stay up late doing car stuff and try to video and get lights right. But we're making it.
Yeah. So in the next few months, probably the next year.
Yeah, we got
I guess the Cougar. What's the plans for the Cougar?
Okay, so Cougar currently there's a cam in Starkville, and there's slapper bars and engine mounts in Corinth, and there's an intake manifold in my cart. So yeah, it's getting a lot of stuff. I'm gonna pull the engine mounts, put new engine mounts in, put slapper bars on it, and it's getting 274H XE cam from Comp, which is about as big as I want to go on the street with it right now. It might get heads if I found a good set of heads that are cheap, but probably not.
Not now, anyways.
Yeah. Other than that, my BMW has got shocks and everything on it, so it's my good backup car. I'm gonna drive it while the Cougar's getting the cam.
Car.
Yeah, it will one day be a rally car.
Maybe.
Or it will be sold. It might be sold in the next little while. I don't know.
If you can find an idiot that'll buy it.
Yes.
Sell it.
Yes, which I think I might have found.
Yeah.
He's not an idiot, but he just wants what that BMW is.
I forgot to mention I sold my BMW too.
Oh,
I forgot that.
Yeah, he sold his V8 BMW that we put in the audio clip.
Yeah, we had one video with audio clips. It was actually supposed to be the car into taking it to the streets. That video was going to be a totally different video.
Yeah.
And right before we shot it, it ended up, I sold it. So
that video was going to be a violent car chase where we were just rowing gears, and it was a lot of internal shots.
Good.
And then he sold the car, and we came up with the chill, taking it to the streets video.
Yeah, the vibe went totally different on that one.
Yeah, because, you can't row through the gears in the 67.
No, or go faster on corners.
Or go faster on corners, or really do much of anything with that car.
It cruises.
It does. It cruises at 30 miles an hour just perfectly.
Yeah. But we will do another video like that, car chase style, probably with the Demon and the Cougar.
Oh yeah. We're gonna do a.
You're going to see a lot of the Demon.
Yeah.
In the upcoming year, hopefully. That and my gray truck. I know I mentioned it in a previous video where I had the transmission, this transmission actually, that we're going to turn into a coffee table. This is the one that grenaded out of the 67, and when I was rebuilding it, I was also simultaneously rebuilding the 360 going into my gray truck, which is a '89 W250 3/4 ton 4-wheel drive, and I've got all the parts to build the suspension now. Now I'm just looking for a NV 4500 5-speed to put into it, which is kind of a weird setup. It's hard to find. You can find the ones for the Cummins engines all day long, but the small blocks are sort of hard to find. So if I can track one of those down, I'll have it going soon. But
Yeah.
the Demon, we planned on doing the Viper engine in it, and I just kind of decided not to because it's a heavy engine and it just don't sound right. That's the two biggest reasons.
Yeah.
And I would want to build the suspension and brakes to match that engine, and it's just not in my budget to do it right now. I have way too many projects, so I'm trying to consolidate some of my projects, which is why I'm trying to sell the 67 also, and I sold the 60 and the BMW. But the Demon, I'm collecting parts. I have the rear end. I have most of the parts for the engine, and I'm waiting on Trick Flow to come out with your 190 heads. If anybody at Trick Flow is listening, yeah,
Look a brother out.
But hopefully those will be out by the end of the year, and I'll have
By
body
the
work.
way, if Trick Flow, if you are listening, send me some Twisted Wedge heads. I'm going to be running a big cam with a nice intake and stock heads on the Cougar, so someone hook me up with some heads.
Yeah, and if you have a nice set of used small block Ford heads, send them his way.
Yeah, comment with a price, and if the price is under $500 and they're
Which
good,
they won't be.
which it won't be, I will buy them.
Anyway.
Preferably AFR 165s.
Yeah. But so the Demon, I'll be doing some body work on it, and hopefully this guy will come with the transmission tomorrow, and I can trade out the supercharger and get that T56. And
Who knows what I will buy?
yeah.
I'm looking at selling the BMW, and if it sells, my mind might go full on stupid, and I might buy a V12 BMW. I might buy a motorcycle. I might buy heads and everything for the Cougar.
Lord forbid you actually spend it on something.
I might buy a Crown Vic that we turn into a go-kart. Who knows?
Maybe.
No one knows.
No one knows. But one thing I can tell you for sure is we'll be going on Power Tour this year.
Yeah,
As we have done the last 2 years.
That's a given. It'll probably be in the Cougar.
Hopefully it'll be in the Cougar.
Yeah, unless I buy something super cool.
It's your turn, so.
Yeah, it'll either be in the Cougar or something super cool that I buy.
Yeah, most people don't know, but we do, for the last 2 years and going on 3, we've been doing the Hot Rod Power Tour. We do the whole long haul. And 2 years ago, we did the Cougar.
Yeah.
And then we did the F100 last year. And this year we should be doing the Cougar again. We switch out every year.
Yeah. And the the plan is to take different vehicles every year. But with being on a college budget and everything, I don't have the money to build another vehicle. But yeah, we just one pays for hotels and stuff, and one pays for gas and
drives.
Gets the vehicle running that we're driving, and
so we'll be in the Cougar this year. So if you see us at Power Tour, say hey.
Yeah.
And hopefully next year we'll be in the Demon.
Yeah.
I hope.
By the way, thank y'all for 100 subscribers.
Yes.
I never thought we would get to 100 subscribers. We have collectively we have 15,000 views. Over 15,000 views. We hit 6,500 on the 60 video, and we're like 4,500 on the Cougar video, one of the first videos we ever did. So
and while we're thanking people, thank you, bankshift.com.
Oh my goodness, yes.
For writing an article and featuring the pretty much our first video that we ever did, which was Wesley's Cougar, the first review and thrash on it.
Yeah.
So
it is super awesome to see recognition on something I built, as a teenager I built, and recognition by Bankshift, which is a pretty big website. So that's
very well known in our community. So
that's pretty cool. So I appreciate that.
So that's what we got going on.
Thanks for all the comments too.
Yeah.
We've been getting a bunch of comments lately, and they've all been good. Nobody has been like, "Oh, this is terrible for what you're doing" or anything.
Yeah. Except for my sister, she put a few things. On
Yeah,
there,
but other than that, it's all been like
she's a hater.
It's just been love your car, or love what you're doing with your car, or you guys seem down to earth, or whatever it is. It's all been really nice stuff. So
yeah,
it's been
so
good.
Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully we can keep making these videos as we get to it. We would definitely like to make more.
Yeah.
Hopefully this summer we can get to like a once a week schedule, but for now, look for them. Hopefully twice a month.
Hopefully.
But-
Bear with us, because
Yeah.
with me being 6 hours away, and you know, I'm preoccupied with me and Leighton racing, and
Yeah.
you know,
And I'm working
everything else. He works.
70 hours a week, so it's hard to get all this stuff in, but we're doing our best, and hopefully you guys enjoy these videos as much as we enjoy making them. So that's what we're here for, is to entertain you guys and maybe hopefully teach you guys some stuff. And if we do things wrong, please, by all means, I mean, we're 22 years old.
What we're going to do.
Please comment, email, you know, whatever. Let us know if you have any comments, concerns, anything. You can always let us know.
Well,
So, yeah, that's it. You can find us on Instagram at Racing Rejects. We're on Facebook. We're the Racing Rejects on Facebook. If you want to email us, it's theracerejects@gmail.com. And of course, we're on YouTube, so please like and subscribe there. And also, if you want to know every time we post up a video, you can hit the little bell beside the subscribe button, and that will give you a little notification every time we post up a video. So, I think that's it.
y'all
Thank
have
you
a good
guys.
day.